Hi guys, and welcome to Employee Data Management System developed using Python with embedded Excel. So let me show you guys how this works. Here we have buttons right up there, and we can always maybe exit out or click on no or reset. And let's say we want to select other employee. We can just click on Folake and just come in here, enter our waiting allowance, wages, overtime, let's say, or the wages or other payments. And all you just need to do is just click on total on that, and you get your reference for this very payment right there. And here we have all of the receipt for the payment that is meant to be made. You can always print that. Click on print. There we go. I don't have a printer, so I'm going to exit out. And you can even delete, like we have traffics twice in there, so click on that, and there we go. There, she's gone. Okay, so we have Princess Anne there, or Princess Amanda twice. You can delete that as well. There. But there's one thing I want to show to you guys now. Let's go straight into the Excel. That is it right here. And in here, those are the details that we have on the system. Okay, so let's take a good look at this name in here, Folake. Alright, let's go close that. And what I want to do is to go straight down where we have Folake right there. If you select that, you can always delete that. There we go. Folake is gone out of the system entirely. Okay, the last record. Okay, but if we go back onto our Excel, we should see that the system has automatically updated. Okay, agreed. I think we should still have one or two Folake hanging around there with different reference number. Okay, we can always get rid of that as well if we want. Okay, but supposing we want to update the system, I'm just going to select maybe Jackson Strongman here, and here are the details of Jackson Strongman, but let's change this name to, let's say, Julie Southway. Okay, address of Julie Southway, number 10, Little Venice. There we go. And Julie, that's female. And telephone number. Okay, we just change that. And waiting allowance, city waiting allowance, basic wage, overtime, maybe other payments, miscellaneous payment. And all we then need to do is just to click on add. And there we go. It's officially added straight onto the system. Now let's go straight into the spreadsheet and see. Let's look for Julie's Southway's detail. Right there, that's Julie Southway's details. Okay, guys. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to take you guys straight into Python development environment, and we put one of these together. So let's exit out and start a new project. Click on File, New. There. First of all, I'm going to import as follows. Import from, let's say from Tickinter. I'm importing all of the required components, so enter a star in there. And the other thing that I'm going to import is going to be Tickinter as TTK, so I'm going to be using that for my Treeview. And the next thing is, because I'm going to need Tickinter to generate random number, I'm going to have to import the library that will generate the numbers as well. Then the other import that I'm going to take care of would be for the message box. So let's say import from Tickinter message, Tickinter.message. It's a dot message box. And what else? I'm going to import the date as well. I need date, and I also need date and time. So let's come right down here, import date, because I'm going to need that. I'm also going to import time. There, get rid of that. Okay, I will also need to import temporary file for my printing and so on, and comma, I will need the operating system OS. There. Okay, so we have all of those in place. What about, oh, let's import pandas. And come right down here, just say ASCII. There. Those are all the importations that I intend to make for now. So I'm going to start by first of all creating my class, and let's say class employee. There. And just enter semicolon in there. And underneath here, I'm going to create my function. Let's say define the function underscore underscore, and then let's get it initialized underscore underscore, and it's going to be self comma root. And I will also declare I will also define my variables. Okay, first of all, let's define root. That's going to be as root. That's going to be the major name for my system, and let's say it's going to be known as root. And then I also need to define the title. Let's enter a title, the root.title, and I'm just going to call that employee database management system. Call it whatever you like, system. There we go. Now let's define the geometry. Geometry, and I'm going to, based on the resolution of my system, I'm going to make that 1920 by 1000. Then my coordinate will be 0 by 0, so which means it's going to start from up here and all the way fill up the screen. There we go. Now the next thing I want to do is, let me round up the whole process first before I do any other things. So I'm going to come down here. Let's come in and just use an if statement there. So if underscore underscore name and underscore underscore equals the main system underscore underscore main underscore underscore apostrophe. Okay, so if the system is referred to as, let's come down here, if it's root equals tk, then the application itself, you need to get this application must be the employee, that's root. Yep. Then we will now want to say root dot main. I want it to loop. There we go. So let me save this file, save as. Just gonna take you straight onto my desktop, and let's come right down here and bang it right there. So I'm gonna call that PY employee, something like that. I think I have something like that in here. PY employee, and I'll just end that with PY employee Excel TY, that's YouTube or YT. Okay, I just noticed one error here. I was meant to close that. There we go. Okay, let's try this out. So I'm going to click on run. Oh, there we go. That's my interface right there. Okay, I guess you guys can see that. Okay, now the other thing is, if you want, you can change the background color of your interface. So let's say, supposing I want to change that, I can just say self dot configure the background, config, yeah, something like that. Enter a bracket bg, that will be equals whatever you want to call your package. Okay, so maybe if you want it to be, let's say, red or whatever, the choice is yours. Okay, there. So I'm going to run it. This is just an example. I'm now going to leave mouse red. There we go. Okay, that's how you configure the interface, or you can make that blue. The choice is yours. There. Okay, well, I'm going to make it a little bit darker. I'm going to call it, let's say, Gainsborough. Yeah, something like that. Now run. Okay, that's a little bit much better. Alright, now the next thing I'm going to do now is I'm going to add some frames onto my system. So right underneath here, because I do need to specify the type of frame, so I'm going to say main frame. That'll be the main body of the frame. That will be a child of the widget is known as frame. However, the main frame is a child of the root itself. Okay, comma, and let's say the border, I'm going to make that about 10, comma, and I'll make the width about, yeah, I might as well set it for this. That's the width anyway, so just come in here and just say the width, that will be 1000 plus. That's equals that. And the height, I'm going to make that about 700 plus, comma, and let's get it relieved. Yeah, and I will get it rigged. Close that. Now this mainframe, let's get it grilled. Mainframe dot grade. There we go. So I've just created my very first frame. If I run it, you might not be able to see it, but let's see. I think we should be able to see it. Yeah, there we go. Look at it. Look at it. Okay, because I said 700. Let's see if I increase it to about 1000. What will happen? Save, press F5, run. Okay, look, about 500 there. Alright, that's my mainframe. However, I want this frame so that you guys can see it properly. Let's say 900. I can always change it. So I'm going to just copy this frame, copy it, and use it for the other frame. So let's come in here. There's going to be a frame here that I will call top frame. Top frame 1. I'm going to call that. There we go. And top frame 1 is going to be inside main frame. There, change this to main frame. The height of top frame, the width of top frame 1 will be about 1910. Let's say the height will be about 50 because I'll just have my buttons in there, something like that. The grade, let's change that, reduce that a little bit to about 7. And the row is going to be on row 0, column 0. That's number 1. Okay, number 2. Let's copy, paste, and paste. So I'm going to change these two. Let's go for 2 in here, top frame 2. All right, and this is going to be top frame number 3. Okay, for you guys to see that, I can just spread it apart so you can see that. The same width, but the height is going to be different here. I'm going to make the height about 100. And this, I'm going to make it about 500. There we go. And in the case of this, the roll, let's make the roll of this. I'm going to make this 1. And this will be 2. Okay. If we make this 1, 0, 1, 2, 2 here. Right. So let me run this first and see. Run. There we go. 0, 1, 2. This. I want this to be the one that we house all of the text. So I can make this 500 and I change this one to 100. And let's run it and see again. 5, 1. Okay. All right, let's take it from there. Okay then. Now the next thing I want to do now is I'm going to create some more frames. If I create some more frames. Okay, inside the top frame, inside top frame 2, I'm going to create another frame in there just to divide it around. Let's come in here. I'm going to call that the left frame. Left frame, and another one here, left frame. Now the left frame will be a child of top frame 2. There. Okay, so we change this to about 5. The width remains the same. The height, I can make that maybe about 400. Then maybe get some pattern in place, or just leave that for now. As left frame, I'll take that off. Okay, now let's create another one. That will be left frame 1. This should be come in here, left frame 1. Left frame 1 will be a child of left frame. There. When we have 5, we have, let's say this one will be about 900. And this will be about 180. Okay, let's get it parted. It's a y-axis. That's equals 4. Okay. Now, this, since it's going to be housing some of these, so I can always change this. Let's change this to, let's get it packed. Pack, that will be side equals left, and this one packed that side will be on top, and change this to the top. Okay, I'm just gonna run it and see. Let's run. Okay, it's coming up gradually. All right, let's close it. That is taken care of. And then I need to take care of some more frames. Grab all of this. Come in here, I'm going to call that left frame 2. left frame 2, that will be a child of frame as well. It's a child of frame, and every other thing will remain almost the same. No, let's change this to about 900 as well. Then the height of it will be 180 as well. I could have just copied this, and let's get it relieved there. Side will be top. Now left frame, left. Let's come in here first. Run that. I just want to see. Okay. Now let's say left frame, left frame 2 left, and left frame 2 right. Copy, paste. Left frame 2 left. Okay, left frame 2 will be left. Side is left. It's a child of frame 2. Left frame 2. Okay, the width is about 300. Height 180. No, make that 170. Okay. And left frame 2 right. Paste. Left frame 2 right will be to the right. There we go. Copy this, and let's just change this to right. Yeah. There. We have left, we have right. The same width, the same height. Let me save this. I just want to see how that looks like. Run. Okay, I do have an error. Left. Alright, look. That should be uppercase. Here should be uppercase left. Press F5, run. Alright, so it's coming up. The left, the right. Close that. Now, I want to create something for the right. The right frame. So I'm just going to copy, close this, copy everything and just speed that up. Okay, close that. And grab all of this. Come right down here and just change it around, and I'll show it to you guys as soon as it's done. To speed up the whole process. Okay, I've finished with the frames, so have a good look at the right frames there. Okay, so I am going to run it. Let's click on run. There we go. That's how all my frames are looking now. Okay, so I kind of like add color here, but I can always get rid of that, not to confuse you guys. Those are the colors. If you want, you leave it, or if you want, you can get rid of it. Alright, now you see this top frame here. Let's add some button to that, then we can call it the end of the very first part of this tutorial. So first of all, I'm just going to move all of this up so that I have enough room. Now you guys know how that is done. or maybe just leave it. Just leave it the way it is. Okay. Alright, just leave it like that. Okay, I'm going to create buttons right on top. So come right down here. I'm just going to enter quote in there and I'll call it widget buttons. Buttons. Yeah. Okay. That's the first widget. Now I'm just going to call this self dot btn add new total or whatever. That's my very first button. Is the widget is a button, and this button is going to be a child of my very top frame there. This one, top frame 1. Paste. Then maybe a bit of padding at the top. Then border, that's 4, and the font on it black. I think the font would be a default, something like that. Or let's just enter black. Okay, now font that is going to be equals the type of font that I intend to use. I'm going to make that area. And come right down here, say comma 20, comma bold. Yeah, and close that. And I'm going to get it padded to the x-axis as well by 1. Close that. Now, what about the width? Let's come right down here. Press enter. I'm going to make the width. That will be, let's say, about 15. And the text on it will be equals add new stroke total. Add new total, something like that. Add new total, something like that. Yeah. Okay, all these can be together and add new total, maybe backspace in there, or forward slash, I mean. Now come right down here and let's say we want to get that grilled. Let's close that for now. Dot. The grilled that is going to be, let's grab hold of all of this. I think it should be 0 by 0 anyway. This one will be 0 because it's the very first button, so that'll be 0. Column is 0. Okay, copy that. I'm going to use that for the others. Copy and paste this right underneath here, but I think maybe I should test it first before any other thing. The next one is going to be the print button. Print. Okay, let's say we have print here. And this is going to be 1. Okay, and the text on it will be print. Paste that in here. Let me save and run it first to make sure it's fine. Let's see what happened there. Okay, look here. Get rid of that. Get rid of that as well. Now run. Oh, unexpected indentation. Okay, let's come back in here. That wasn't meant to be indented. That should be fine. Oh, I just spotted my error. You see here, that's not a bracket, that should have been comma, another comma in there. All right, I think that is my error sorted, I believe. But look here as well, this is going to give me another error in there, I think. No, let's see that. No, that shouldn't give me any error. 1 2. Okay, run. There we go. Those are my buttons. Very good. So let's close that. I'm going to copy these buttons. I need a couple more. Paste and paste. I need one more there. Get rid of this. And let's just get the other ones properly indented. That's fine. No, this is not fine. And this is not fine either. I put a bit of space so that you guys can see it. That's not fine. If this is 0, this will be, no, that's 1, this is 2, that's 3, 4, and 5. So we have 0, 1, 2, no, 3, 4, 5, and 6 here. In total should be 7. Alright, this will be my display button. So change this text to display as well. Display. And update. Update button. This is update as well. And here that's going to be delete. Okay, then the next one is going to be reset. This is going to be delete, and this one will be reset. And here finally this will be exit. There. Okay, so I'm going to go to run, save and run. There we go. Those are all my buttons in place, guys. Okay guys, what I want to do now is to add more widgets. So here let's add a text widget here. So let me exit out, and right up here let's copy this. I was going to call that, I'll be adding more widgets, so that's fine. Or maybe undo that. Then this one is going to be text widget. Okay, for the text widget, I'm just going to call it self dot txt receipt, because I'm going to be using it as a receipt. Okay, and the object is text, and this text widget, because I want you to be on the right, so that's going to be right frame A1, this very one here. So that's another important thing, you must know the location for each of your frames. Okay, and the height, I'm going to make that about, let's go for maybe 22. The width, I'm going to make that 34. Then get it bounded by 10. Then the font, let's see, level of font, instead of typing it all out. Paste it right here. I'm gonna make that about 16. Okay, font is 16, and yeah, that is all there is to that. So I'm also going to just run the whole thing up. So grab hold of this and come right down here, and let's just run it up. So let's look for grid. Let's paste the grid here. Dot grid equals 0 by 0. Row is 0, column is 0. Okay, so I'm going to try that out. I just want to see how that's going to look like. Okay, let's see. Height equals. Should be equals there. Try that out again. Run. There we go. You see that, guys? So that's my text widget in place. Okay, guys, so let's add more widgets here. So I'm going to add labels and text entering here. So I'm going to exit out and right underneath here. So let's go for labels. Right, so I'm going to copy this anyway. Just change things around, paste this here. Okay, but the very first one that I need in there is going to be that of labels. So let's change this to LBL reference. So just change all of this to reference then. And this is going to be just reference, txt reference, and here as well. And I want both component inside left frame 1. Left frame 1 here. Oh, undo that. That's a mistake. Well, wrong thing in there. Okay, this should be left frame 1. Right. And this will be left frame 1 as well. There we go, and this will be label. Okay, let's take care of the label first. So that's the label, and I'm gonna get rid of all these. The font on the label, I'm going to increase that to about 24. Okay, what about the text reference on it? Text, that will be equals reference. Do that. Grab all of this. Reference. Okay. And comma, bit of border. The bit of that will be about 7. And what about anchor? I can anchor it to the west. Anchor, that will be equals west. There we go. And finally, let's just round it up. So it's going to be 0 by 0, and let's just say strictly to the west. Equals west. There we go. Here, if it requires padding, I'll take care of that. Okay, this, the text, that's going to be entry. The widget is entry, and the I'm going to make that 24 as well. Let's get rid of all of this. 24. And the border BG. That should be a comma there. BG. So about 5, comma. Width. Let's say about 40 to fill up the place, and justify to the left equals left. Okay, and that is going to be column 1, row 0, column 1. Let's try this out. Save that. If it works, then we just copy and paste for the others. There we go. Look at that. Okay, now I need for surname and so on, so first name, surname, and so on. So I'm just going to copy that, copy this right down here, paste. So let's say this is going to be for first name. There we go. Copy and just change it around. And this as well. And there. Okay, if this is, that should be row number 1. Row 1, column 0, row 1. Okay. Yep, I think that is done. Let's see. Run. There we go. We have 2. Now let's take care of surname. Surname. So changes to surname. Let's copy that. Change this around. Surname. Okay, and here that will be surname. And if this is row 1, this will be row 2. 2 and 2 here. There we go. Just taking care of first name and surname. Try that out. Brilliant. Back in here, we need to take care of address. Let's say address and gender. I'm just going to copy both of them now. Come down here, paste. Right, if this one is 2, then this should be 3. 3. This is 4. And 4 here. And this will be address. There we go. And change that around as well. Almost there now. There's going to be a lot of coding in here, so, well, believe me, it's worth it. Okay, that's fine. This will be gender. Change that to gender. There we go. Next. And the identifier gender as well, or for the label name. There we go. Run. There. Okay, it's looking good. We're almost there. So let's do one more for that. So let's grab hold of mobile phone or telephone number, or mobile phone is fine. Paste. And this will be mobile. Just copy and paste for the others. Here, and this will be 5. Very good. That's mobile phone taken care of. Brilliant, guys. See that? Okay, guys, you see right here, I want to enter the details of payment and so on. So I'm going to exit out, and right underneath here, maybe just copy one of these again, paste it right here, and I'll change it around. So this is going to be, it says CT within. There we go, and copy and change it. City within. That's like extra money you get for staying in the city. Okay, you can change it to whatever you want. There, you can call it waiting allowance or anything. So let's change this to about 10. Okay, justify left, that's fine. And the column will be, this will be 0, and this is 0 as well. Okay, so let's see how that's gonna look like. Run. Oh, wait a minute, I need to change, that's it here, I need to change the frame. I want it to be inside left frame left. That's left frame 2 left. Okay, grab all of that, paste. Let's try it out. There we go. That's good. Now let's copy that now. Copy. Next one will be for basic salary. Paste. Okay, we have basic salary, then we have overtime, and other kind of payments. So we'll grab all of this. Paste. 0, that's 1, 2, 3, and a 3 there. And this is going to be basic salary. B, right. The next one, this is going to be overtime. I just want to try that out, then fix it up properly. Overtime and other payment. Okay, let's try it out. Run. There we go. That's fine. Now let's give it their respectful name. Copy this and just paste it here. Other payments. There we go. Other payment. Let's say other payment due. Okay, so all of these will be other payment due. Okay, there. Yeah, now when it's done, let's press enter here so that you guys can see what's there. Okay, even here you're gonna have the same problem. Alright, the next one here, that is going to be overtime. Grab hold of overtime. And fix this up as overtime. There we go. More widgets. This is that's label and entry. It's not label stroke entry. Right. Okay, the next one, basic pay. Basic salary. There we go. Alright. It's kind of like painstaking putting them together, but I may have to speed it up. Run. Let's see. Very good. Okay, let's close it. If I can finish up this, then the next one will just be for the functions, putting together the functions. Just start running everything. So come in here, change that widget as well. Okay, there's gonna be another widget here, so let's grab hold of this. All right, more test entry. It's going to be more test entry in here as well, and here. Let's see, there. Okay, beside the payment structure, it's meant to be something to do with maybe tax and so on. So I'm going to copy, I think I'm going to have tax, pension, student loan, and whatever, and NI, the security payment. So I can copy all of these again, grab all of these, paste it right in here. And now we need to change the names around. Change the names around, and this is going to be left, frame 2 to the right. There. Okay. Let's do the same thing for all of these now, to the right. Left from to the right. And here as well. You can see what I'm doing, guys. I'm actually more or less repeating everything that I've done. Okay, but so don't give up. So this is going to be for tax, and here is tax as well. Yeah. Okay, and here will be tax. There we go. And pension. Copy that. There we go. And pension here as well. Okay, then here, that will be student loan. So we can call that STD loan. Right. copy, paste, and here will be student loan. Right. Then we have NI payment. Okay, wherever you live or wherever your country is, you may have your kind of like national insurance payment and so on. So that's what we call NI here. So you can just make up yours anyway. NI payment. There we go. I'm going to run that now. Let's see. I'll run. There we go. Look at that. Okay, well, I need to push this in a little bit. So I'm going to increase the size of this thing. Let's come in here. That is 10. I'm going to make it about 12. 12 and 12. 12 more here. Press F5, run. Yeah, there we go. Look at it. It's fixed. There. It's coming up, guys. Now we need to take care of this area. Okay, so let's take care of these. I think we have about 8 here. So let's take care of that small one first. I'm going to copy this other one. Bring it down here. There we go. And that's going to be for payday. Yeah, payday. So enter payday here as well, and here. Okay, now we need to look at the framework. So that's going to be right frame. So that's going to be right frame. Cut that off. Right frame 2A. I'm going to call that. Yeah, that's fine. Copy and paste that here. Okay, I think that one is done. Right frame 2A. Okay, let's try it out and see. There we go. It's coming up gradually, guys. Alright. Now the next one underneath. That's going to be right frame 2B. 2B. Yeah. Copy that. Paste. Right frame 2B. 2B. 2B here. And that is going to be tax period. So let's change all of this to tax period. Copy. There. Okay, so that's 24/7. Maybe we should change the border to 7 here. Yeah, that's 7. Okay. Alright, let's see first. A 0 is going to be in its own frame as well, so I don't have to change this. Now run. There we go. There we go. So we're gonna have to do something about this one here. Maybe increase the size of these two. Right, let's do that. I'm gonna make it about, let's say 20. Okay, 20. And this will be about 17 because it's not that long. The text on it. Run. Let's see. There we go. Yeah, it's kind of like wedged the edge. See that, guys? That's being smart. Okay, now in that, so can I just copy this now? Copy. Come down here. Paste. 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 And I'm just going to change the names around. I'll get back to you guys and I'll show you guys the different names. So that's, I have two, I need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 there. Okay, I need 2 more, so let's just copy. Yeah, dump it right here. So all I'm just going to do is just change the names and I'll be back shortly. Okay guys, I'm more or less finished. So I'm just have a good look at the lines of code. All I've just done is change the names around. That's all I've done. I didn't do anything special. Okay, and these ones, they're just too long, so kind of like bring them down here. That's all. So have a good look at it. So I'm going to run it now and let's see how that looks like. So click on run. There. Oh, okay, you see the background here? I think I know why. I'm going to go straight to the frame and get rid of those, the color that I implemented in those areas. Okay, let's see. There we go. These colors, get rid of them. There we go. Just let it be plain, that's fine. Okay, I'll come up here and save so you guys can see that. So bring it back here so that you see it properly. Break this down here. Alright, so let's run it. Click on run. There we go, look at that. Everything is now even. Okay, and here we now need to enter Treeview here. Okay, so I'm going to close that. Let's go right down here. And this is going to be for widget Treeview. Treeview. Okay guys, so with the Treeview, I'm going to, let's start by saying style. Let's get it indented properly. And that will be equals ttk dot style. There. And we then get the style configured. Dot configure. And that is going to be Treeview. Treeview dot headings, comma, and the font. Let's grab all of these. I haven't changed the font to something else. Let's paste that in here. Let's see how that's gonna look like. or we can use the default font. Okay, let me use the default font. Okay, TK default font. Comma, and make this about 18. Okay, let's close that. So that's my default font in there. Right. Okay, the next thing is I'm going to also get, that's for the heading, and I'll need to configure the roles as well. I can just copy this, paste that in there, and this is going to be for roles. So configure Treeview, get rid of this, and I'm going to specify I want it to be for role here. Let's say role height. Yep, that is equals maybe about 40. And at the same time, I'm also using the default font. Okay, that's fine. Now, I'm now going to specify the following. Let's say the column and so on. Okay, I'm going to say Treeview. That will be equals ttk dot Treeview. Now I'm just taking care of the widget itself, and this Treeview is going to be inside top frame 3. Yes, called frame T, and column, that will be equals Treeview underscore column. I need to define that. I don't have that in place yet. Columns, comma, actually to show headings. Close that, and the height, that's equals 7. So let's round up Treeview here. I'm just going to grab whole of. No, I'm going to get it tagged. Let's say Treeview dot pack. Okay, you see this Treeview column. I don't have that. I need to define my column. So come right here and paste that in here. Now for the columns, I need that inside my spreadsheet. Let's right click, open up my spreadsheet here. Okay, there they are. I need reference, surname, and so on. Let's see if I can increase the size of this. Yeah. So I need a reference. So in here, the column will be equals reference. Then the next one is surname, comma, no, first name, then followed by surname. Then we have address. I think I do have gender there. And what is, let's check that again. Mobile, then NI number, and so on. Comma, mobile, comma, NI. NI number. Next is going to be the student loan. And there we go. Student loan is there. Then we also have, let's come down here. I'm going to enter that full tax. Let's just copy this. That'll be for pension and deduction, net pay. Okay, let's make this one tax. Now here, that will be pension. Very good. Now I have deduction. Deductions. Net pay. Then I have gross pay. There we go. I think in total that should be 13. Alright, I have 13 of those in there. Okay, and now I'm going to use a for loop here. So let's come down here to set up the Treeview column itself. So you can just put maybe something in there. Let's say set up the Treeview columns. All right, so underneath here let's say for, let's say COL. That'll be for my column. That'll be in Treeview column, this very one. Grab all of that, paste it right here, and that will be Treeview heading. The heading will be Treeview dot heading. That is going to be column, comma, column equals text equals column. Okay, there, that's the first one. Now I need the Treeview columns. Now this is for heading. Come down here, this is going to be column. Treeview dot column, and the column is going to be column. Then the width, I'm going to make the width about 145 for each. That will do. Then when I want the Treeview column to anchor everything to the to center, so let's say anchor, that would be equals center. Close that. Okay guys, so let's run it and see how this is gonna look like for now. Run. We have a 6, another note, something is missing. Oh, look here, tax. That's good. That's how it's looking now. I just need to put a comma in here. Where is it? Put a comma there. Now run that again. Run. That should create its own column. There we go. Look at that. Okay. Okay guys, right here, check this out. That's supposed to be student loan. So let's correct that. So I'm going to exit out and let's go in here somewhere. We'll be back here, but first of all let me correct loan. Let's see, that should have been student. That's meant to be loan. Change that to the right, and here student loan as well. Okay, I think that's all there is to that. All right, let me run it. And run, save it first. There. Okay, now it's back to normal. So let's go back to the tree view. So back here now. Now the next thing I want to do with this tree view is I want to be able to display all of the data that I have on my spreadsheet. That's the spreadsheet I'm talking about. And this spreadsheet is officially made available for you guys on the description area. All you just need to do is click on it and you can download it or just make copies. Right, so that's the spreadsheet. So I want this data to be displayed on the system. So, and I need all of these names. There are 13 in total. So I'm going to minimize that. And right here, underneath here, so let's start by just maybe entering something like load data from the Excel. Okay, load data from the Excel onto the Treeview. Yeah, that'll do. Okay, now to do that, I'm going to start by using try. Okay, just check to see if it's right. If not, do this. So I'm going to then declare a variable there. We call it df. Okay, now let's come down here and just say PD. The PD that I'm referring to, that's the pandas right up here. Look at it. Okay, import pandas as this. Okay, you can change it to whatever you like, but I call my PD. So which means you guys must install pandas onto your system. To install pandas, all you need to do is just say I install pandas. Okay, so if you're able to follow along, that means you are at that level anyway, so you should be able to do that for yourself. That's no big deal. All right, so whatever I have inside pandas is stored inside this my local variable that I call df, and that's going to be dot read. I want panda to read underscore whatever we have inside Excel. And what is the name of the package that I'm calling? My Excel package is called employ. That's it, EMP. Okay, so I'm going to say call whatever I have inside EMP. That's the name of my file, and the file extension is XLSX. That is my file extension. Now let's make use of a for loop so that we can grab hold of the rows. So I'm going to say for index comma row in df. Let's put that in a bracket. In df dot temp rows. This should be double R. Then just enter a bracket in there and enter semicolon. All right, so grab hold of my tree view, and all I just need to then ask it to do is to insert. So it's treeview dot insert. And what are you inserting? Insert as follows. First column is empty, comma up to the end. And the following value or values, that to be equals row. Open up a bracket, row, and enter that in more or less a list. The first one is going to be this and so on. So maybe I should just copy all of these and modify it. Okay, I'm going to copy it individually so that I don't get you guys confused. So grab hold of this and dump that. No, let's grab hold of this first. Dump it right in here. Then comma. Okay, so the next one and so on. So let's just do this way, copy this, dump it here, get rid of this. So I need about 13 of those. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so let's grab all of these and just say here I have 7. Okay, 7. Let's add. All right. Okay, grab hold of first name, drop it here, copy surname there, address, place address in there, gender right there, the mobile, dump it right in here, then NI number, there we go, student loan there, the tax, so here with tax, pension here, deductions, there we go, net pay right there, and finally the gross pay there. So I'm going to close that up. Remember, I have to open up parentheses there or bracket, so close it twice. Undo that. I just made a mistake there. I want it here, yep, and there. All right, I hope that is correct. Now the next thing that I want to do is I have a try here, so I'm going to use except, an exception statement if there's any error. So let's come back down here. So in case I run into an error, I want this exception as E. Okay, the exception as E to display the following message. So let's say message box dot show inbuilt error message, and the inbuilt error message should have the title error, comma, and string value E from the system itself. And there we go. Let's hope it's all right. So I'm going to run it. If it's right, all of this data that I have in here should be displayed on the system. I think I may have to close this first, but let's try it first and see. Let me see what the error is about. Okay guys, I have an error, so I'm going to kind of like have a good look at that. It looks like my student loan here. Okay, let me open up my spreadsheet and see what is called on the spreadsheet. Open that up. Oh boy, look at that. Is lowercase. Okay, the L there, look at it. It's lowercase. But to demonstrate that is because I have uppercase here. I'm going to change that to lowercase. I've just minimized the spreadsheet, so let's run it now. It should work now. There we go. Look at that. Look at that. But for the sake of consistency, I think I'm going to change that to uppercase. Let's come in here, change this to uppercase, and I'm going to go back into my spreadsheet here and just change this to uppercase as well. Yeah, I prefer it to be student loan uppercase. The choice is yours. You can do whatever you want anyway, but you now see what's going to happen because it's kind of like case sensitive. Look at it, it's working fine now. Okay, that's good. Now that that is taken care of, we've now been able to call every single data on the spreadsheet straight onto my preview. Now the other thing I want to achieve is, you see, when I click on this, I want it displayed here. Okay, so let's minimize that, and right underneath here, or maybe here, so I'm going to kind of like call it maybe function to handle Treeview selection events. So let's come back in here and just say maybe function to handle Treeview events there. So I'm going to start by defining the function. I'm going to call it on underscore Treeview select underscore select, and it is an event because I'm using on click events. That is the name. Now a local variable in there, selected item equals Treeview focus. So let's say selected underscore item, that will be equals Treeview focus dot focus. There we go. Now, what are the items we're talking about? The item that I'm talking about will be as follows. Grab all of this using an if statement. Let's say if selected item, and the value of the selected item are as follows. Let's say values equals Treeview dot item dot item, and if that is equal selected item, so enter parenthesis in there, comma, and values, close that. Now the items that I'm talking about will be as follows. Okay, there they are. Let me show you guys the items. There they are, all of these. Start from the top, this very one, every single one with the txt. Okay, so let's grab hold of this, come right down here. That is my very first item, so I'm going to say paste that in there. I will say dot delete and to the end, right? And okay, I'm only using 13 of the items that I have on my system, so I'm going to copy this and just change the rest around. We have 4, we have another 4, 4 and 4. Okay, then just change the details around. One more. So get it deleted, then insert it into it. So the next one is going to be first name. Copy first name, paste it here. That's first name. We have surname. Then we have address. And after address, I do have gender. Then mobile. And NI number here. NI number. Is that here? And student loan. Okay, in this case of student loan, the spelling, everything is different here. So STD loan there. Then we have tax, pension, then we have deductions. Let's paste that in here, and then net pay right here, then gross pay, TXT gross pay. Okay, there. I think I'm missing one. That is, yeah, that's the pension. Pension is missing. I thought I had that. Grab all of pension. The pension is after the tax. So I'll call that. Paste that here. All right. Okay, what we've just done in here is when I click on it, I want it to delete and then get it inserted. So this is what I'm talking about. When I click there, I've just click on this row, okay, and insert the values in here, straight in here. All right, but that is not happening. So for that to happen, underneath here, I'm going to then put a bit of, should I call it, function in there to continue with the function, and this one is going to be insert as follows. And what are we inserting in there? We're inserting the following values, and the very first one is 0. Okay, we're going to repeat the same thing for the others. So copy this and just change it around for these ones. Then we'll change the numbers. Yeah, right. And once that is done, I think I'll call it the end of having a go at the tree view for now. Then we then declare some variables that we would need for the calculations. All right, so that is fine. So this is going to be 12 here. Okay, I know it's 13, so that's 11, that's 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Okay, just like an array, always start from 0, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and so on. But in this case, I think in Python we have list instead of array, so that's it. Okay, so that is that. Now let's try it out. I'm going to come in here, save it first. Now when I click on this, it should appear here. Let's see. It's not appearing because I was meant to bind it. So let's come in here and just say Treeview. I want you to bind the following. So bind the following function. So come right down here. Let's make sure the indentation is right. Treeview. Dot bind. And what do you want me to bind? within less than, and this is what I want you to bind. Treeview select. That's a function for that. Whatever that is, select. Okay, Treeview select, the select with S uppercase, and where is that from? That is going to be from this function here called underscore Treeview select. Close that up. I think I should be able to get it working now. Okay, let's try it out now that we have the Treeview select in there. Click on run. Select, look at that, guys. You see that? That is working as we want. That's fine. If you guys notice, there's nothing in here because I only have record for the following fields. Okay, this is going to be calculations and all of these here as well. All right, and that. Okay, before I go any further, I need some variables that I'm going to use. So maybe grab hold of these and just change it around as my variables as well. Something like that. Copy. And I'm going to go right up here. This, I want it to be a global variable. So right underneath my frames. So let's put in a comment line there, and I just call that variables. And just paste the content that I've just copied in there. That is wrong though, so let's change it around. The first one, let's come in here. We want it, first of all, let me get them all aligned properly. All right, that will do. Get rid of all of this. And this is meant to be string variable. Okay, let's just say equals string, equals string. Variable. Right, so we'll repeat the same thing for the others. Okay, but I'm going to need more than one of these. And this as well, get rid of this. So, and so on, guys. So I'm going to show you guys the variable as soon as I finish correcting it. All right, those are my variable, guys, but I need to make them clear that it's a global variable. So come right down here and just enter global, maybe ed, global ed. Okay, so that, or these are they are all global variables. So have a good look at the variables that I intend to use. As you can see, it's more than 13, and that means it's for every single component. So if I run it now, let me show you the component that I'm talking about. Every single one of these, okay, I've declared them in there because I need it. And the ones that I already enter value, there they are. I need them as well. So if I, those four, look at them. Let's say I call these variables inside their respective widget. So let's scroll down, look for city within. City within, let's come right down here. There we go, that's city within here. So I'm going to come in here, let's enter comma, press enter. And all I then need to do is, let's say, text variable. That will be equals city within. There. Okay, because I already assigned value to city within. If I run it now, we should automatically see 0.0 in there. Look at that. Okay, that's the default value. I added default value in case if you click on add or update, so that we don't have an error. So I need to do the same thing for the basic, overtime, and other payments. So basic, overtime, other payments. So I'm gonna grab all of this, copy that, basic, enter a comma, and I think it's basic as well. It's called, yeah, it's basic, I believe. Paste. Then other payments, comma, there. It's called, oh sorry, overtime. It's called overtime as well. There we go. And finally, I have order payments, order payment due, comma, paste. That's called order payment due as well. There. So I've just assigned their respective variables there for those 4 widgets. So let's run it and see. Run. There we go. So I'm going to put together some lines of code, so when you click on it, the text in there will disappear. Okay, so those variables are officially assigned to those ones. Now let's assign the rest variable. Look at reference. Reference has to be assigned as well. So let's just copy that text variable. Grab all of text variable. Every component must have their own variable because they will need it. Reference, comma, paste. We have reference. Reference is called reference. And first name is called first name. Okay, let's paste those ones that I can remember. Surname. Should be a comma there. That's for surname. When we have address. There. Now enter their respective variables. The respective variable name. The surname is called surname. First name is called first name. Reference is called reference. Okay, so let me run those. If there's no error, then I can continue with the others. There we go. There's no error so far. That's good. Now, let's come for gender. Well, let's just come right there. Comma, gender is gender. Mobile is mobile. There, okay, we've dealt with the waiting allowance and all of these. Then tax is called tax. Pension is called pension. No, pension. Student loan. I better check the student loan one more time and make sure I am right. Okay, student loan is called student STD loan. So all I'm just doing now is I'm assigning each of the variables. Okay, guys, that's no big deal. Go to the widget and get it assigned as well. So we have the payment. Okay, somebody was actually saying, why do I have to write my code this way? they want it in a proper way. Well, the proper way, we're talking of thousands of lines of code. That's why I decided to write it like this. Okay, straightforward. You can follow along, and you can do it your own way. Under examination condition, do the right thing. And this one is payments. Okay, there. Okay, guys, I believe you get the whole idea. So I'm going to more or less like speed up the whole process so that we can, let's say, period. Yeah, that should be period as well. Task code. Let's see if I'm almost done. Oh, there's a comma missing here. Okay, guys, I've finished assigning the various variables for each component. So have a good look at them. Okay, based on the variables that was declared up there. Okay, take it up. And here that's supposed to be, it's not period, it's tax period. There. Right. So you guys, we have to do the same thing. So take it up and up. There. And those are the variables that was declared. That's the tax period that I've just changed now. Okay, I'm going to run it. I will take it from there. Click on run. There. And that is it. If there's no error, that means I'm on the right track. So that, all right. That's not bad. Welcome back to the fourth part of this tutorial. Okay guys, let's take care of these buttons. We need to get them working to do something for us. So let's maybe start with this or this. So I'm going to exit out. Let's take care of the delete. Come right here. Okay, that will do. Right underneath where I have all my global variables, I am going to, let's copy that and just paste this right underneath here, and that will be for the functions. There. Okay, the very first function I would like to take care of now. Let me take care of the delete. So I'm going to say define delete data, and I would also like you to make reference to the reference. Okay, I'm going to use a reference as my right inside my parentheses there, and enter semicolon there. So this, the whole idea is for this one to delete whatever data I have inside the Excel itself. So that's what I want this function to do for me. So using try, right underneath here, I think I should just enter exception straight away. I can even copy that somewhere here. Yeah, there we go. Let's copy this. Right. That is my exception statement in there. There's nothing much in it. There we go. So the system will try the following. Let's declare a variable there, call it df, and df we have to look inside pandas just like we have in here. Look inside the pandas itself. I think I have it in here as well. Yeah, that's it. Look inside the folder or look inside the file Excel. Okay, so and df dot drop whatever is related to the reference. So let's put that as a list or as an array. Okay, then that is going to be reference. So and that will be equals whatever reference we have. So maybe I should change this to lowercase and this to lowercase, so I don't get it conflicted with this reference that we're referring to. Okay, so look at it, it's lowercase, and this reference itself dot index. Okay, then the input, validate whatever is in place, and if that is equals true. There we go. Now df dot to underscore excel, and our file name, grab the Excel file name. I think I should put this in a quote, double quote. Let's grab that, dump it here, comma, index equals false. Then I also like it to display a message box if it's right, so we can always say show message information. Is that in here? So we just say information, info, show info, and the message should be something like let's say it's successfully deleted. Okay, let's say record deleted successfully. Okay, let's enter fully right there. There we go. That'll be my message. Else, if there's any error, just generate this. Okay, that is to delete whatever data I have in here. Okay, but I also need to get rid of whatever text I have on the Treeview. Okay, maybe I should kind of like try this out and see. All right, let me copy this before I'll take care of that of the Treeview. So let's go scroll right down here, delete. There we go. That is my deleting there. So on the delete, I'm just gonna enter let's say we say command that is equals lambda okay, lambda, and the name of the function I'm deleting from. And what am I deleting? Let's enter, okay, if I enter Treeview in there, the Treeview, I'm going to have to take care of the Treeview as well. Dot item, and again we'll say Treeview view dot selection dot selection, enter parentheses there. Then the value, let's come in and just enter the value whatever we want to. Okay, I'm going to say the value is value values that will start from, let's say, 0 and close that. Okay, let's give it a shot and see. I select this and that's Jackson Strongman. Click on that. Okay, let's see. The name message box is not defined. Okay, so since name message box is not defined, I am going to go back in my code there, close that, and just let's go right up here. That is it, my message box. I'm going to ask you to define that as message. There we go. All right, so I'm going to run, save and run first. Let's see. All right, let's click on Captain Allen, or let's click on Lawyer Freeman, this one, Lawyer Freeman. Now I'm going to click on delete. Record deleted successfully. Okay, there, but it's not deleted here. And let's check, there's no error. That's good. Let's bring that back. It's not deleted here. Okay, let's go back to our Excel, inside the Excel, and increase the size of this. As you can see, the Lawyer Freeman is gone. It's not in the system. It's not on the system. But if I exit out and close that as well, and if I run it again, you will notice that Lawyer Freeman is gone. There, it's not there. Okay. Now, if you want, let's pick on another one. Look at this Johnny Dave. Get rid of Johnny Dave. Johnny Dave is the second record. Okay, if I go into my Excel, you notice John Dave is gone. There we go, it's gone as well. Okay, look at that. It's gone. Very good, it's working, but we're not able to delete it on the Treeview. So let's exit out and come right down here. And in here, inside our function, we need to add a function. We need to add the method that will get rid of it from the Treeview as well. So let's do that now. So I'm going to press enter, and I'll say select selected underscore item. That is going to be equals Treeview selection. All right, so it says Treeview dot selection, and if selected item, just grab all of that, if that is highlighted, let's say item underscore text, if that is equals Treeview dot item, then we say item, we can just paste that, selected item, comma, that will be values, close that, equals 0. Now we want these to drop whatever, just like we have up there. So I'm going to copy all of this and just dump it here. So drop whatever is related to this reference from the system or from the spreadsheet, and that is equals, in this case we're talking of item text. Grab item text and just put that in here. Okay, item text. All right, now we need to say treeview.delete item text. Selected item, actually. Treeview.delete selected item. Treeview.delete selected item. This one. Paste that in there. Okay, so let's just enter something here. Change this one to, that's to delete spreadsheet, and this is to delete data from the Treeview. Delete from Treeview. Yep. I'm going to save that. Run and save. There we go. Very good. So now you see here, the very first record there, Captain Alan. No, let's delete Sonic South End. If I click on that, but before I do that, let me open up my Excel. Increase that. As you can see, we have Sonic right there. Look at it. Okay, now right there. So I'm going to close that, and Sonic is selected. Click on delete. Successful. There, it's gone. That is good. So let's take care of these other ones here. Reset and exit. So let's come back in here. Right underneath here, I'm going to place, let's copy this. This is for function, let's just say function delete. Okay, and here this is going to be for function reset or something. Yeah, function reset, that's fine. And I'm going to create another one. I'll call that function delete, no, exit. Function exit. Okay, now for the function reset, I have it all in here, all of this. I'm going to copy them, but the thing is, I need to reset it in another format. Okay, first of all, let's copy these ones. I'll copy this, come and take care of them separately. And underneath here, let's just say create our own function. I'm going to call it reset. Okay, paste. Get it indented, select it all, Control Tab. Right, I need all of these here now. I want them reset. Copy it all. But the resets, I need to do something. Okay, I'm going to copy it all out. I want to make life easy for myself. Okay, it's officially copied. So look at what I'm going to do now. I'm going to open up another page. Just paste that in there. Okay, look at everything I've pasted it in here. So I just want to replace. So you can select it all and hold on to Control, or you can just select one. Let's select just one at least. Select this, Control H, so that you can replace that. Oh, I should have copied this. Let me copy this. Control H, paste that in there, and I'm going to replace that with dot set, enter, speech mark, and just click on apply to all. Okay, I've only happened to apply it to just 4 of those. Okay, the rest there seems to be too close. Okay, let's do this. Now, just do it for this. Go back in there, Control H, get rid of the equal sign. There. I've done it for all. Now I want to get rid of just the equals. Control H, equals, get rid of that. Okay, that's fine. Apart from these two that I have in here. That is for this and here as well. Yeah, I think I already have this. I already have them. 1, 2. Yeah, I already have them. Okay, copy it all anyway. I can close this then, or just minimize it for now. Go straight to my function and just paste it there. There we go. Select it all and get it indented. There. That is my resets. Now this is not meant to be there. That city waiting is officially here. That's not meant to be there. Basic pay. Order is not meant to be there. Let's see, overtime. Let's see, is the overtime? Yep. Get rid of overtime as well. If it doesn't work, then I'll do it all over. But I think it will work anyway. So that's it. So I'm going to now call this very function inside my reset button. So let this reset button come right down here. Button reset here. Enter a comma and command equals reset. There. Let's run. And select it all. I want to reset. Click on reset. There we go. Look at that. Okay, select it all again. Let's enter some values in here. Alright, click on reset. There. That's it, guys. But supposing I have some data in here, I need to be able to delete this as well. Okay, reset will not work for that. So I'm going to go back to my function reset. That is called receipt. So let's grab whole of receipt. So we just say receipt dot delete txt receipt dot delete one dot zero comma end. There we go. So if you look at these lines of code, it's actually asking the system to delete the first character of the system up to the end, the last character. That's all I've just done in there. So reset is now taken care of. Now let's take care of exit. Let's make sure my indentation is going to be accurate. So let's call that I quit. Alright, so I'm going to create a variable in there that I'll just call I quit as well. I quit, that is equals take enter dot message as a message that will be displayed dot ask yes or no. Okay, and that is the name of my system, employee database management system, something like that. Let's see, where is it? Just copy all of that. That would be the title, paste that in there. Employee data management system, employee management system. Okay, that will do. Close that, comma, and just say confirm if you want to exit in there. There. So if the selected answer is as if I quit is greater than 0, then root dot destroy. Okay, close the whole system and return. There we go. This should be if. Let's combination that if. So I'm going to call this function. Let's go back to my right underneath here. Where is it? Exit. So let's in here, comma command equals I quit. There we go. So I just call that just like I've done here and here as well. So let's run it and see. Click on run. There. I'm clicking that. Let's see, what have I done? The name Tikinta is not defined. Let's see. What do you mean it's not defined? It is defined. Okay. Now, what I'm suspecting is because the other one is for the message. So let's go back in here. All the import. You see here? Import Tikinta.message. So I'm just going to import Tikinta.message alone. Just put that in there. So let's run that again. Run. There we go. Look at that. Confirm if you want to exit. No. Yes, I do want to exit. That is brilliant. So it's working fine. Now let's take care of the addition, print, and display. Because I'm going to be using the same function for the add new and update. So, but first of all, you see this reference. I'm going to take care of that first. Let's close that. So with the reference, I'm also going to take care of the date and time as well. So let's just paste this there. So this is going to be for, let's say, function reference. All right. With the function reference, let's come right down here, and I'm going to create a function that I will call pay ref. pay reference. Okay, with the pay reference, let's create a, make that lowercase. I'm going to create a variable here that I'll call payday. Let's say payday dot set. And what I want you to set is going to be the time dot to string of time, and I want it to be this format. That would be date / month / and year. So that should officially take care of my date. Now the next one is going to be the reference pay, something like that. Reference pay. For the reference pay, I'm going to use random. Let's say random, because I want this random to generate random number for me that I'll use for the reference. So random ran int, and you can just enter whatever value in there. So let's assume we have about 14,572, something like that. Between 14,572 up to approximately, let's say, comma, 700 and let's say 700 and 532, something like that. So that is the range of the reference that will be generated. Okay, so let's now ask the reference paid. That's another one. Reference paid, that will be equals, taking whatever value we have in here inside here. So that will be to string this. Okay, so whatever we have in here is stored in here, string value, and this string value is then placed inside the reference itself. Or we could have even paid it in here directly, something like that. Yeah, let's see, instead of declaring another variable. If it doesn't work, then I declare another variable. There's no harm in having a go at it. So let's say reference, that will be dot set. And what are we setting? Let's get rid of this and close this up. There. So let me try this out. If this works, I should get some reference number there. So let me grab hold of this for now just to try it out. Let's come in here. Where is button add here? Command equals that. So I'm going to run it. Click on run. And if I click on this, there we go. We have the dates, but the reference did not show. Let's see why. Okay, taking 3. All right. Let's go back in here and get rid of this comma there. That comma shouldn't be there. So that's why it's taking in 3 arguments. Get rid of that. Yeah. Now try that again. There we go. Now we have our reference. Generated a reference for these candidates. Let's say we select something in there and we can generate our own reference for the candidate or for the employee. All right, that's good. One down. Now let's continue. The next thing we want to do is for the national insurance. So let's grab hold of this. Yeah, I'm gonna grab hold of that. Copy that. So I want to generate for that one. We can call it NIP. NIP, that's equals as follows. Let's change that to something totally different. So I can make this about 400 and something thousand, 500 plus. That would do. And change this to maybe 30. Let's say 31,201. Okay. Now this reference pay, I'm going to change that, come down here. Now let's say NI paid. Okay, NI paid and NI paid. Paid will be equals NI plus whatever we have in here inside NI paid. But we have to convert that to string though. Right. Now we now want this. We want it inside NI. Or instead of declaring it, since I'm not going to use it anymore, I can just say NI, just like I did up here, instead of writing another lines of code. NI number dot set as follows. Okay, let's see if that's how that's going to respond. Run and click on this. That should generate my NI number there. There we go. We have our NI number. Another one. That's good. Alright, that's cool. So let's take care of dates. We need date as well. Date. That will be equals date time dot date time dot now. Okay, if you notice, I'm using date, I'm using random. Okay, all of those you must make sure you import the following library: 1, 2, 3. You do need them, and you also need this. In fact, you need all of these libraries here. Every single one of them, you need it. Okay. All right, let's go back in here. So the date. Now let's assign the date to tax period. So I'm gonna come down here and just say tax period dot set. And what am I setting? That's going to be date dot now dot month. Yeah, just want the month in there. Okay, I'm gonna try it out again. Let's see. So we have days, and days here. So let's try that out. Now the months. Okay, look at that, August, and we have August in there. That's good. So it's working. Now let's see, the next one we want to take care of is the code itself. So that will be NI code. NI code. So I'm going to change this a little bit. Let's say something like that. Yeah, and bring this down a little bit more. There, just make up something. Yeah, that would do. And there. So NI code itself come back down. Let's say NI code. I have a variable called NI code. Let's see. Oh, I do. That's it. Come right down. NI code. Okay, let's get rid of this. This will just be N code. N code, NI code is different. Okay, N code. Make it a lowercase. N code and NI code. Alright, so NI code dot set, and what am I setting is going to be N code. I think I need to specify that it's going to be, let's say, NI code plus string N code. Yeah, that is for the NI code. Let's run that and see. So NI taken care of, N code, NI code. Now let's see. There we go. That's good. Exit out. Now the next one is going to be tax. Let's see that. So I'm going to say iTax code. That's another variable equals the following. Grab all of this, dump it right there. And let's change this to maybe 7472. And here, let me just change all of this to maybe 47. Yeah, that will do. Okay. Now everything in here, I want it inside tax code. There's a variable called tax code. Paste that here. We can even do this, and that is going to be tax code, right? Yeah. So let's say tax T code plus tax. And that's iTax included. Okay, let's see now. Let's try that out as well. Now click on run. And there we go. Yeah, there we go. Look at that. So that is fine. Everything is working. Okay, let's say we add this and all of these are there. So we're gonna need to take care of the calculations. Okay, so the calculation is going to cover all of these here. City width in basic pay over time, all the payments. Then we have a taxable and a pensionable. That'll be all. Then we'll take care of this and this. Right, let's come down here. And I want to take care of the payment and so on. Okay, with the payments, let's create a variable in here. I'm going to call that variable, no, declare a function. This function is going to be known as monthly salary. And the monthly salary, let's enter column in there. With monthly salary, I'm going to declare the following variables. So let's start with, I think, city within. So that'll be, let's say, CW. That will be equals float whatever we have in there, and that's going to be from city within. Let's make sure it is correct. City within. Yep. Dot get. There. That's city within taken care of. I'm going to take care of basic pay and so on. And then after that we have BS, basic salary, and this one will be basic salary. Change that to basic salary. Then we have overtime. Then it's going to be order payment due. Now let's change this to overtime. And we change this to order payment due. There. Okay. I have all my variables in place. We now need to be able to work out the tax. So let's add all of this together and put them inside the tax, or we can just let's see. Okay, if I add it all together, let's come down here and say M tax, that is going to be equals the following. Okay, let's do this. I'm going to say BS plus CW plus, oh, it's not in order, so let me put it in order. Cut off CW BS O P O T, then OPD. There we go. Okay, let's multiply that by all of those by 0.3 to get the tax. Here and here as well. So whatever the outcome is stored in here. But I need to add, let's add pound sign to it. Okay, let's say convert that to string, open up a bracket and enter a pound sign. I just want to make sure that works. If it doesn't, then we'll change it around, but hopefully it will work. Dot to decimal, something like that. And let's just close this up here. There we go. And now we now need to assign that straight into the tax. Let's come in here. Let's say tax dot set, and what we're setting is going to be M tax. There. I'm going to run this. Oh, before I run it, let's do this. Copy this and just call it inside the pay whatever. There. Okay, I've just called that function inside pay reference. So let's run. Okay, I have an error. Let's see. Oh, this is not allowed. All right. Let's look at it properly. Yeah, I think I am missing something. I'm missing There we go. Missing the percentage sign. Very good. Now let's enter some value in here. So the whole idea is for you to work out the tax for me. And this is it. So if I click on this, there we go. Look at that. It's working. Yeah. That's good. So that is tax repaying. Very good. And that. So that's one down. The next one, that's going to be for the pension. Okay. I'm going to copy all of these and just change the names around. Paste. For the pension, let's say you're paying about 2% of your wages, and change this to M_pension. And here we have pension. Okay, paste that in here, and this is pension. Get rid of this. Okay, I think that'll be all. Let's run that and see. Run. No error, so I should be able to get a pension and this. So let's change this. Okay, there we go. We get that's the how much you're gonna pay pension tax. Okay, that's good. So when we add this, all of this together, we should be able to get a total deduction. Okay, that's done. So come back in here now. We now want to take care of the student loan. Let's come down, paste for student loan, and maybe I should paste for NI as well. No, let's do it one at a time so that I don't get it mixed up. Student loan. So I'm going to call that M loan, M student loan, M ST loan. And how much are you paying for the student loan? Let's say 0.0, maybe 2, something like that. Okay, grab all of these and paste it right in here. And this goes for student loan. Student loan is called student loan. There. Okay. I'm going to run it and see. Let's see the total amount of student loan. And let's see if it's going to work. Click student loan. There we go. You're going to be paying £77. That is fine. Student loan works. Now let's see the NI payment. Grab all of this. Paste for NI payment. That's going to be M NI payment. Right, and MI payment. Come in here. And the variable is called NI payment. Right, that's the variable that I declared up there. I believe it's called NI payment as well. Let's see, highlight that and check it out. NI payment. Where is it? There we go, that's the right data, so that's fine. has NI payment taken care of. Let's run it. Enter your waiting allowance, your basic wage, overtime. There we go. Yeah, the NI payment. Oh, we need to work this out. But it's working, that's fine. Because it seems to have the same calculation in there. The NI payment may be more or less. Let's make it less. Alright, so all of that is done. We now need to take care of the total deduction. Okay. With the total deduction, this is where I have to okay, let's see. All of these are in string. Let's see if I can convert them. Let's say I'm going to say deduct. If it doesn't work, then I may have to change the whole process around. Now, floats, whatever we have in here. Let's see if it's going to work. The tax, we're now floating it, plus pension I don't think this is gonna work, so I'm gonna do this. The dot cost, no, the dot, they said deduct tax, deduct tax. Okay, and this is it. Grab hold of all of this. Yeah, paste it in there. Okay, that's for deduct tax. Now, deduct pension, DE pension. Grab hold of all of these. That is for the pension. Equals. Now, deducted student loan. ST loan. There. Then NI. Deduct NI payment. DE NI payment. And that is all of this. Okay, there we go. Now, all of these, I'm going to add them together to get the total here. So this is going to be this. So that will make life easy for me. Paste that in here. Plus this. Plus student loan, paste, and plus NIP. There we go. Close that. So now we should be able to get something in here. So this is the variable deduction and all of calculation is stored in here, or I can even bring all of these in here straight away. The choice is yours. So let's run it and see. Then I'll add a pound sign to it. Okay, click on that. Where's my deduction? Oh, it's not here yet. Let's see. Why? Deduction, the name deduction is not defined. What is it called up there? Let's see, variable. Oh, it's called deductions with an S. Okay. Let's see. Now just add an S to it. Now run. Okay. There we go. That's the deduction, total deducted. Now let's come right here and just add pound sign and so on here. So like I said, this can even be, okay, let's grab all of these. That's 2 brackets. No, 1, 2, and 3. No, 1, 2. It's not 3. Copy that. And I'm gonna paste it in here. I don't want too much line, of course. 1, 2. Close this. 1, 2. And because I'm going to need that deduct later on. Okay, I'm going to need this later on. Just undo that and paste it here. One, two, three. There. I will need this later on. Or either way. Okay, let's run it. Run. Total deduction. That's good. So when we add all of these together, that's what we end up with. Okay, that's looking good. Now exit out. We now want to take care of the net pay and the gross pay. No, gross pay can be taken care of right away. Okay, for the gross pay, let's come down here, and that's going to be, I can just get that sorted maybe once and for all. Yeah, let's just say gross pay dot set. And what are we setting? Let's do this. I'm gonna grab hold of all of these, dump it there. Now grab hold of all of this, dump it right here and block it off here. That should give me the gross pay. No, one more. That should give me the gross pay. Run. So let's say we have that, and we have about 200, and we have like, yeah, and here nothing. So gross pay, there we go. So you add these together. Yeah, that's about right. Yeah, that's it. Gross pay. That's fine. Now this is going to be gross pay, and we deduct this here. So come right down here. That's the gross pay. To get the net pay, we just want to deduct this. So I can do it this way. Paste this or this, one of them will be called net pay. Net pay. Okay, net pay. We need to deduct something from here. Okay. And what we're deducting from there is going to be this. So I'm going to come in here, maybe add another bracket just to make sure I'm within my own specified range. Paste that there. Okay, so this is for this. Now let's run. Now let's go for 20, something I can easily manage. 200. Let's put 20 here, and let's put 20 here as well. There. Net pay after all of the deduction. Okay, we deduct this from this, we get this. So if we add this to this, yeah, that is correct. So that's your net pay. All right, that is fine. So I've taken care of that. Let's assume we have this. Oh, let's say we have this, and that's what you get. Okay, that's good. That is fine. What about taxable? Let's see. I need one too. Taxable. Alright, so the taxable is not taken care of yet. So okay, now for the taxable and pensionable, let's come back, go back to the codes here, and right underneath here, I'm going to get hold of these two here. Let's see, the tax, we need out of the tax, and we need this, so I can get hold of this and this. So those can be used for my taxable. Right, so okay, then let's go on, grab all of these, and the variable name I think is called taxable. So let's say taxable pay dot set, and I'm going to include all of these. And we just need to close this off. 1, 2, 3. There. That would be for the taxable. Pensionable. Yeah, there we go. Grab all of these as well. And that will be for pensionable. And let's grab all of these. Let's just enter pensionable there. Right. Pensionable pay, actually. Yeah, I think it's uppercase. Taxable, I think it's uppercase as well. Let me check those two variables to be sure. taxable uppercase, pensionable uppercase. Okay, that's fine. Okay, I'm going to run it for now. Let's see. Run. Just enter some value in there. Okay, pensionable, taxable. Let's see. All right, must be a real number. Okay, close that. If I get rid of this and get rid of this, I need to delete that. Delete this as well. Okay, let's make it 1 each. Now let's run. Okay, let's see. Okay, taxable and pensionable. There we go. All right, everything is in order now. So all that is left for us to do is, you see, when I click on this, I want the receipt to display all of the information in there. So I'm going to come in here now, exit out. Right underneath here, I'm going to enter my receipt. So that's a self.txt receipt. Yeah, dot insert. And what am I inserting? All the way to the end, comma. The first one is going to be, let me enter a tab first. That should be in a quote. That will be, let's just say, monthly pay slip. Then go to the next line. Let's see if we can get it centered though. So center and there. Oh, let's use single quotes. Let's see if it's gonna work. All right, let's run it. Enter value. Even if I don't enter anything, that's fine. All right, that's shown. So now let's take care of the rest. Copy this. And this is going to be reference. Okay, that's for reference, and the reference is going to be reference. We need to get, come right here, out here actually. It's going to be all of this. Let me get rid of them for now. Dot get, and we now need, let's say, plus backspace to the next line. Yeah, I think that should do. Let's run it and see. Let's see, what did I do here? Here, come Right, there should be a plus here. Okay, run. And let's assume I want to display it. There we go, look at that. So that is fine. So I'm just going to copy it around and change the name of the others. So copy. In total is 13. So we have, alright, let's just get all of this indented. Hold on to the control and the square bracket to the left. Here. Let's do it for all, then we'll do it to the right now. Okay. That's 5. Copy. Another 5. That is 10. Let's add another 5. We just delete the other 2 that we don't need. There. And I'm just going to change the names around now. So the next one that is going to be, this will be pay reference. Payday get reference. Then the next one is going to be maybe surname or first name. First name. Dot get. Then surname dot get. Better remember change this as well. There we go. Okay, I guess you guys get the whole idea. I'm just gonna speed that up. Okay guys, that is how it all looks now. I'm now gonna run it. So all I just did was insert all of the other component onto the receipt, call the various variables, and there we go. So let's run it and see. Run. Guys, see that? So there. Okay, look at this. It has repeated itself. Okay, so let's say we click on that. I don't want it to repeat itself though. If I select this now, see it's repeated itself, so I wouldn't want that. So I'm gonna have to clear that when I click on the next one. So alright, let's do this first. Grab hold of this. Let's say we want to clear the first. We can put this right underneath here. Let's see how it's gonna work. Okay, run. Save and run. Okay, the first data, and let's say we change the next one. There we go, that's good. Another one. Brilliant, because it's individual monthly pay slip, so that is fine. Now we need to take care of the display. Let's say we have data in there and we can't, and all of this is already added. All we just need to do is to click on display to display all of these, and to do that I'm going to copy the display we have in there. Where is it? This one. I can copy all of this, or instead of copying that I can just put a function in here and call the function in here. Okay, do that. So let's say this will become a function, display data there, and call call display data right in here. Yeah. And display data, let's paste that straight onto my display button. Where is it? Here. Display button. So in here, command equals display data. Okay, let's go back to where we have all the calculations. That's my display data. This is the calculation. Now let's run it and make sure it works as we want. There we go. Supposing we just want to display the data, there we go. And let's say we validate whatever we have in there. Okay, we can use this to also display the data. You see that? That is good. So all that is left for us now is to take care of this. And I can call this in here. Then we also need to be able to save the data straight onto the worksheet or the Excel. If you notice, everything I've been doing is now saved on the Excel. Nothing is saved in there, so we need to take care of that as well. Now let's go straight onto the buttons area. Okay, this command, I'm going to call it inside update as well. Come to update. There, let's call that. So that's fine. We need to take care of prints. Okay, let's put a command in there for print. We'll just call that iPrint, something like that. iPrint. Okay, so I'm going to create function iPrint now. Right here, we have all my functions. Okay, right underneath here, we can create one that's going to be known as iPrint. There. Okay, let's start by first of all declaring a variable I'm going to call Q. Now we ask Q to display grab hold of whatever we have inside the receipt dot get, and that is going to be from the first value up to the last value. So say 1.0 comma to the end there. Oh, okay, that is that. And now let's say file name, that will be equals temporary file dot mk temp. And we want it to save straight onto the document file, and we can then print it directly from the document file. Open, at the same time open this document file that is saved in. So that we can write onto it dot write Q. Yep. Now we will now want OS, the operating system, to start this file for me. Just open it up. grab the name and print there. Okay, let's try that out. I'm going to run it. Save and run. We have some data in there. There we go. And click on total there. And let's click on print. There we go, guys. You see that? I'm going to cancel that. That's fine. So the print is working. This is working. Display is working. This is working. But there's one thing not working. See, when I click on add, I want everything added straight onto my spreadsheet. So we're going to create a function that we will call inside that spreadsheet. Maybe we put a function up there. Okay, right up here, that's where I'm going to add my function. And this function, I'm going to call that add data. Now for add data, let's use try. And we also need to enter our exception statement to handle whatever error that I might run into. Let's copy that somewhere. That's my exception statement. And I'm also going to need this, actually, this, the name of the file. So let's grab hold of all of that and just change it around. So copy that. And I'm going to go back to where my variables are, or my function is. Right there. Paste that. So I have my function right there. And I need this. Okay. Try as follows. The file name. The file name is there, so I'm also going to need the reference. So I'm going to copy this. And let's get rid of this. That is going to be reference dot or equals self dot reference the txt reference dot get. And what are you getting? That will be new data, new underscore data, and this new data will be as follows. Okay, so in here now, I'm going to delete this. I don't need them. There we go. The first one, delete this. The first one, that is going to be column here. And that is reference there, comma. That's for the very first one. The other is going to be that, and let's do the same thing for this. We're going to align them properly. Get rid of this as well. Okay. Now repeat the same thing for this. And here as well. And that's it. Okay then. Now they all need to be well indented. Surname. Surname, we have txt surname, or first name, actually, not surname. First name is going to be self dot txt first name, yeah, dot get. That's the first one. The second one, let's change this around for second. Surname, right. Then we have address. So let's enter all of those and change them around. Yeah. There. There we go. So I'm just going to change the names around now. This is gender, so this one is, well, this one is address. Copy, paste, address, gender, paste, mobile, NI number. Okay, then student loan, that one is different. Think loan, yeah. Then after student loan, the tax, pension, deductions, then net pay, the gross pay, right. There we go. Okay, I think I'm almost done with that. So we now need to write underneath here. We just need to add as follows, so that we can display this thing onto. This should be coil braces. Yeah. And here, close that. We'll close this here. There we go. Right. Now, I'm going to say new. df that is going to be equals pandas dot data file data frame, that will be new underscore data, and df that is going to be equals pandas pd dot concatenate, which means bring it together. And what am I bringing together? df comma new underscore df comma, then let's say ignore that as its underscore index, that will be true. There. then df dot, let's say, to Excel, and that is going to be my file name dot the file extension. Yeah, that's correct. Close that, comma, index, that would be false. However, if update is successful, we just want it to say is successful right underneath here. I'm going to copy this message box. Now just paste that right here. Message dot show information, and what are we showing? We can just say successful. There's a title here. We can just say data is successfully updated, or data updated successfully. There we go. And that's it. So I think I'm kind of like done. I will save that. All right, column is missing there, and in fact I need to call this inside my other function here, this payment net function. Let's call it right here where we have display. Call it before display. There we go. Okay, so I've called that inside my, so I should be able to add that straight onto the desktop now. That is it there. It's called. I should be able to add it straight onto the Excel workbook. Now let's run. Let's see, here's that arrow. Okay guys, I'm missing column, so I'm going to repeat the same thing for the others. Yeah, and speed that up. Okay, so that's it. And like you guys saw earlier, I've called it inside my monthly calculation here. Okay, I'm going to run it and let's see how that's going to work. So the whole idea is for us to be able to add the data straight onto my worksheet. So I'm going to run it and entered a different data entirely. So here will be automatically generated. Now let's enter a name there. So I'm going to just call that, let's say we have Grace, and here is Jones. Address is number 14. Let's say Johnny Highway. Okay, let's use it one word. Gender, female. Telephone number. And enter value in there. There. If I hit on this, that generated successfully updated. So let's see my system. Click on that, open that up. Let's see if we have Grace Jones in there. There we go. Look at that. Grace Jones is on board. That is it, guys. The system works. Okay, I'm going to, let's say we select something else. Let's select something here just to speed up your process. Get rid of this. Change the name to, let's say, Lazy All. Okay, address. Okay, let's say White, number 12 White Hart Lane. Female again. Change this to 99911. All right. Let's change this. There we go. Now let me show you guys my system first. Increase that. As you can see, there's no name called Lazy Hall here. Okay, so I'm going to close that, else I won't be able to add my data. Or we can even, let's try it. Let's see if it's open. Let's see what's going to happen. So now click on add. No, I cannot permission deny because it must be closed. Let's go back in there. That's it. Okay, you can see Lazy is now here. Close that. So let's add Lazy again. Click on add. There we go. She's successfully added. So she should be right inside the system now. Let's see. All right, there we go. That's Lazy right there on the system. There, and that is how you create your own employee data management system using Excel as your back end and Python as your front end. So with that, guys, I'm gonna call it the end of this beautiful tutorial, beautiful and long, and I hope you guys enjoy it. Please do subscribe to my channel, and you can also join to become a member of the channel. You all have a nice day now, and bye for now.